Hi Pisces, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading for the week of September. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing well. This reading is for any sun, moon, or rising Pisces. We'll take a look at the awareness or the big ideas for the week, guidance and possible outcomes. I will also choose a few oracle cards for additional information. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so very interesting. We have the Tower, Major Arcana, Justice, Major Arcana, and the Sun, Major Arcana. And what strikes me is the Justice card being near the Tower card. We all know what the Tower means. The Tower means people fleeing and trying to survive a sense of destruction, a sense of change, something significant happening that impacts you. Maybe it feels like it's in a negative fashion, but ultimately it's probably going to work out for you in the long run. Because when we think about the Tower, we're thinking about the universe has noticed a pattern or a situation that maybe is not serving you, that's not allowing you to find your best self. And when you're not your best self, maybe you're not fulfilling your destiny or your purpose in life. And so sometimes we have things that happen suddenly, quickly, that either change our perspective or where we gain clarity or where we have struggle, and ultimately we find wisdom and we find we just find a way to cope and a way to deal with things. And everybody has Tower moments, and you could probably pinpoint them exactly within your life. So this destruction and this foundation being torn apart allows a better structure to be built for you to be happier, to express love, perhaps easier in some cases. But with this Justice card next to it, it suggests that something in your life was unfair and needed to go. And maybe this is what precipitates or initiates, or however you want to say it, the Tower moment, is that this is a card of equality, of the scales of justice, of being in balance, of, in many cases, following the rule of law. And perhaps the rule of law is being disturbed, or it's being upset, or the rule of law within your life or your family and how you live is being uprooted. And perhaps it's for good reason. The Justice card speaks to me in that it means equality, and that I'm looking for equality in my friendships, in my relationships. Is there an equal share of power? And, are we both looking out to do the best things that we can for ourselves and for the collective good? So these are two very powerful cards. And so as we move through this reading, I would say that after the structure falls, or you have this big shock within your life, and you're dealing perhaps with issues of equality or inequality, we have the comfort and the joy of the sun. And the sun brings us the light that we need to live. It brings inspiration. It is symbolic of joyfulness, of good health, of happiness, things working out for you. And this week, maybe something is very upsetting, just on a very basic or primary level. Something has really triggered you or upset you terribly. and you're finding ways to sort it through in your own way, in your own style. And from there, it's looking up. The sun's going to come out. It's going to make us feel alive. It's going to make us feel illuminating to others. It's shining its light on us, and in turn we shine our light on other people. The Sun card is one of the most positive cards that you could ever pull within tarot, and it is this freedom, sense of freedom. It's your passions with the red cape here, the sunflowers of longevity, and the rays of the sun, really holding you in a hug and giving you that warmth, and the warmth that we crave and that we need. And it's a warmth of comfort. And this blanket of comfort and of love and of shining brilliance of our life force is so needed after these difficult situations that we find ourselves in, that the universe has plopped down in front of us, and that we have to make amends or make right with what's at hand, the mess. Perhaps in some cases it's a mess. Others, maybe it's you have expected that something like this was going to happen, and you're in a place where you can cope and to deal with it. So big cards for the week, big concepts and ideas of justice, of equality. And, I'm not going to get into politics. Maybe it's indicative of something larger than all of us, of what's happening in life right now. But I love to see the sun. It just is such a magical card between the sun and the star card for me. It's great peace. Great peace is coming. So let's take a look at an oracle card and get another message. There's a beginning with every, let me see if I can read this. There's a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Freya, phases and cycles. So this isn't an everyday kind of thing. This is something that happens, a jolt out of the blue that we have to get through. And the interesting connection here is, if we're talking about illusions, sometimes illusions, the bubble needs to be popped, needs to be burst, and then we can see things more clearly. But the beginning and ending, it's up to us to find the path to the sun and to finding the joy and the abundance and the happiness within our life, regardless of the events that come our way. We have to be strong enough mentally and emotionally and spiritually and always, and physically as well, in order to, work with what we're dealt with and to handle what we're dealt with. So I hope that you found this helpful today. And if you did, subscribe, like, comment, let me know how you're doing. I'd love to hear from you. Take care. Have an awesome week. Be safe. And I'll see you next week.